I'm Reece at your leisure aboard the Queen Mary in Long Beach, California. In the 30s, 40s, and 50s, she was indeed the Queen of the Seas. Today, just a really cool place to spend the night.
The Queen Mary is a time machine. From the outside, it's obvious this is no ordinary ship. On the inside, a carefully restored and maintained tribute to a bygone era.
I feel like I'm transported back into the 1930s, 1940s. I'm almost old enough to have actually been there, so it's interesting. But the brass, the mahogany, the maple, the nickel plating, the Art Deco, I mean, it just screams that era.
At first glance, she may seem austere, lacking glitter and extravagance, but in her simplicity, there is grandeur. And that's not a contradiction, but a tribute to good taste. Ignoring modern decoration, designers went with the basics: wood. The Queen's interior is coated in thin veneers of 54 varieties of exotic trees. The Grand Main Hall, a gorgeous space on the promenade deck, features walls sheathed in chestnut oak, its supporting pillars wrapped in English elm. The massive Art Deco planter light fixture, a 1930s original, is moved here from the first-class dining room. The main staircase boasts white ash from eastern North America over English elm. The main passage runs 808 feet through the heart of the ship, lined with a polished veneer of English sycamore over a wainscot of Australian walnut, interrupted only by a simple brass handrail. The Queen Mary is part museum, popular tourist attraction, and now a fancy hotel.
Oh gosh, we stayed in first class, and again, it's all mahogany, it's all maple, it's all Art Deco in these rooms, and I swear it just, we stayed in twin beds, my wife and I, which is how they laid it out back then.
It's beautiful. I like the way that it's preserved, it's old, and everything is the way as it should be.
Built in Scotland in 1936, long before computers, she's the ultimate triumph of the industrial age. Her mechanics are extensive, complicated beyond comprehension.
Well, there's the bridge with all the brass, and it was such a complicated evolution to run a ship in the days before computers, and you get a feel for that with all the stuff that's up there.
This is huge. It's humongous, but it's beautiful.
Humongous to the tune of 1,000 feet long. She weighs 82,000 tons. Retired since 1967, the Queen Mary rests in a special bay at the Port of Long Beach, a monument to a grand, perhaps even grandiose era. The Queen's 24 boilers and 4 propellers generated massive power. Each prop is 20 feet across, weighing 36 tons, yet perfectly balanced. The Queen twice set the transatlantic speed record and held it for 15 years, but at a huge cost. She got a whopping 13 feet to the gallon of oil. It took more than 1 million gallons to get across the ocean. Her anchors stand 18 feet tall and weigh 16 tons, tethered to the bow by 990 feet and 45 tons of monstrous chain, each 2-foot length weighing 224 pounds. A stroll down the sun deck takes us under the 24 lifeboats, the largest motor-driven lifeboats to that time, fortunately never used. Strolling up one ladder to the top deck leads us to the communications room, which houses early wireless equipment, as well as amateur radio station W6RO, installed for the Queen's last voyage to Long Beach in 1967. On display, the officers' quarters, just as they left them, and the preserved opulence of the 1930s first-class travel is also portrayed. Today's Queen has restaurants, a coffee bar, and plenty of places to relax and enjoy a snack on the promenade deck. Around the decks, large photos of celebrities, including Spencer Tracy, Bob Hope, and the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, remind us that we're in elite company aboard the Queen Mary.
And there's really nothing like it. There's so many places we can go to see an old battleship or a carrier or a cruiser, but this is the only place I know where you can see a vintage ocean liner.
Reece at your leisure, full speed ahead on the Queen Mary.
Hey guys, if you liked that video, you're going to want to watch all of our other AYL videos. You're going to want to like it, you're going to want to share it, and you're going to want to subscribe, right? See all the buttons right here? This is what you're going to want to do, right? Click on them, because we have some really cool videos, all kinds of behind the scenes stuff, bloopers of Alicia crashing and stuff.
What?
Why are you gonna sell me out like that, Steven?
So you want to click all of these things and subscribe to our channel because At Your Leisure is awesome, and we'll see you here for more videos.